Hello peeps, it's the Hillbilly Halfwit. How are you all today? And today we're going to be talking about Arla and M&S using this product on cattle to try and stop the climate nonsense. So it took me a while to do this because I have to be honest with you, it's one of these subjects you have to get right. So you can't be getting it wrong and telling lies and things. So it's took me quite a while to collate this data together. That's why it hasn't been done for a while. So, and you'll see, it's a good job I waited because I was given a warning on Facebook. It was false information and this and that, and you'll see that that may be not correct. So let's get going. The content in this video is intended for comedic purposes only. The views expressed in this video are not to be taken as factual information or a representation of my personal beliefs. I am critically reviewing the info and videos I show as examples. Who's this? Who's this? Remember him? I did a video on it.
Panels.
Hold on. Here we go.
There's solar panels. There's a huge variety of things. I don't use some of the less proven approaches.
Such as?
I don't plant trees.
There's a lot of people who are very enamored with trees. We've got trees on this stage. Some people would even say that if you just planted enough trees, it could take care of the climate issue altogether.
And that's complete nonsense.
Okay.
I mean, are we the science people or are we the idiots? Which one do we want to be?
I'm going to call my friend Mark Benioff and ask him what he thinks.
We're going to have to play that again, aren't we? Play.
There's solar panels. There's a huge variety of things. I don't use some of the less proven approaches.
Such as?
I don't plant trees.
There's a lot of people who are very enamored with trees. We've got trees on this stage. Some people would even say that if you just planted enough trees, it could take care of the climate issue altogether.
And that's complete nonsense.
Okay.
I mean, are we the science people or are we the idiots? Which one do we want to be?
I'm going to call my friend Mark Benioff and ask him what he thinks.
Can somebody phone up the Welsh Assembly and the English Parliament and say, tell them that it's nonsense? We all know it's nonsense, but anyway, that's a different subject. Let's get going. Ranking of countries with the most cattle. India at the top with 307,500,000. Number 13 is the United Kingdom with 9,375,000. It's less than 1% of the whole of the world's cattle. And they looked after better than any of them backward countries. America's got 89 million. China's got 101 million. Even Ukraine's got 2,400,000. Now this is what we're going to look at. This is Arla. They've put a notice of injunction up on their website. Arla has obtained a court injunction that presents unlawful protests at a number of its sites. There we are, look. Somebody's hit a nerve, haven't they? Somebody has hit a nerve. And if you don't know, people are boycotting this company because of alleged problems. M&S as well. So this is why it's took me quite a while to get this all together, because there's more than this that meets the eye. M&S, look, one of the customers sent a letter in, and this is the letter they had back. We'd like to reassure you that the health and welfare of our cows is our #1 priority, so that we can offer the customer the highest welfare, highest quality milk on the market. The cows in our M&S Select Farm milk pool are cared for by farmers we know and trust to meet the highest animal welfare standards. The cows in our milk pool are pasture grazed, and in poor weather they are fed a forage-based diet designed to meet their nutritional needs. Our British select farmers add Bovaer, a feed supplement made from corn fermentation derivatives and mineral salts, which prevent the digestive enzymes from forming methane and is naturally broken down in the cow's stomachs. There is absolutely no harm to the cows and no impact on the milk in any way. Bovaer has been extensively studied around the world, and it's been proven that it's safe for cows, farmers, and consumers. Thank you once again for getting in touch. There you are. That's where they come from. Sounds really nice, this stuff. Sounds like you could have a cup of tea with it. I've got to go through all this first. This was off a thing that it's called Insight, Fact Check Insight. A wave of misinformation is circulating online, wrongly linking Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates to Bovaer, a cutting-edge animal feed additive designed to reduce methane emissions from livestock. Methane is a powerful greenhouse gas contributing to at least a quarter of today's global warming, according to the United Nations. Well, that is wrong, actually, because methane is a stable thing and it dissipates into CO2. So it's always at the same level. That's what I understand. And once it turns into CO2, it goes back to the ground and feeds the plants again. It's unlike lots of other gases because it dissipates into something else. Gates has invested a similar bovine animal feed additive through... Now this is what you need to see. Gates has invested a similar bovine animal feed additive through Rumin 8, not the one he's been linked to online. In June of this year, Rumin 8 announced positive top-line results from its 3 cattle trials of its investigational methane-reducing feed additive. According to reports, the additive has not yet received regulatory approval in the United States. Newsweek contacted Rumin 8, the FDA and the USDA via email on Friday to comment. This is another fact checker thing. A spokesman from Arla Foods, according to an article published by National World on 28th of November, said, the information spreading online surrounding our link to Bill Gates is completely false, and claims relating to this involvement in our products is inaccurate. So remember that. It's completely false, and the claims relating to... let me read that again. The information spreading online surrounding our link to Bill Gates is completely false, and claims relating to his involvement in our product is inaccurate. The health and safety of both consumers and animals is always our #1 priority. So you can go through all of that. Look, it's all there, but you look at the bottom here. According to DSM, the company has supplied science-based products, services, and groundbreaking innovative fundamental to health, well-being, and sustainability of farm animals for years. Logically, facts connected Arla Foods and DSM for comment. A spokesman for DSM told us Bovaer has been extensively tested and proven safe by independent regulatory bodies, adding that it is fully developed and owned by DSM and has no other investors. Bill Gates is not involved in the development of Bovaer, but DSM has previously received 4 grants from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the earliest in 2013 and the most recent in 2022, which is still ongoing. These grants are related to malaria and sanitation, not Bovaer. Oh, are they? So hold on, let me think of that again. Let me read the top bit again, look. The information spread, this is at the top of the letter. The information spreading online surrounding our link to Bill Gates is completely false, and claims relating to his involvement in our products is inaccurate. But at the bottom, Bill Gates is not involved in the development of Bovaer. DSM has previously received 4 grants from Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the earliest in 2013 and the most recent is 2022, which is still ongoing. These grants are related to malaria and sanitation. Oh, so hold on, yeah, that's a fact check that had me yesterday. That was actually telling me I was right. So they are giving money. So here's the verdict. Arla Foods is indeed running a Bovaer animal field trial in the UK, but Bill Gates is not involved. Gates is investing in a rival animal feed supplementary company. Therefore, we have marked this claim as false. Hold on, though. Hold on. Update. This fact check was completed on December the 1st, 2024, to add a comment from DSM in the 13th paragraph and information about the grants they have received from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So the verdict is he has given money, but they've only just found out, and he's done it on the sly, allegedly. So that's the facts about it. Right. Bovaer is a product owned by Netherlands-based DSM, a company whose work supports the development of a more sustainable global animal production industry and is part of the fake food and synthetic biology sector. So, apparently you've got to put 1/4 teaspoon per day into a cow to reduce its emissions. Apparently. According to the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations, livestock producers, 12% of global greenhouse gas emissions efforts to combat climate have long focused on livestock. In January 2023, Bill Gates' investment firm Breakthrough Energy Ventures led a 12 million seed funding round into Ruminate, so he gave him the original money, a rival Austrian startup focused on developing feed supplements to reduce methane emissions on livestock. So he's chucking money at this thing. He is chucking money at this thing, and he's trying to hide the little bit he's given. That's just been caught up, but he's chucking millions at it. This is CNN. CNN. Bill Gates backs startup tackling cow burps and farts. CNN. It turns out burps can be a big business. Billionaire Bill Gates has announced an investment into Australian startup Ruminate, which is developing a seaweed-based feed to reduce the methane emissions cows produce through their burps and a lesser extent farts. It's burps, it is, if you want to be accurate. It's coming out the front end, not the back end. And he's also him and Melinda have given money to the other one. That's with Arla, the company that's producing the Arla product. Only they're trying to pretend that doesn't exist. So let's have a look what's in this stuff. That's supposed to be really nice. Bovaer 10. Ingredients, you can go through all this yourself. I'll just do the underlined bit. Ingredients, silicone dioxide, polypropylene glycol, and 3 nitrobladol. You know what that is? Data supporting effectiveness has been evaluated when fed for no more than 105 days. Methane gas emissions were measured for individual animals. Data were not evaluated at the herd, farm, or larger scale. Data were not evaluated for other gas emissions, milk production, feed efficiency, and milk solids have not been evaluated. So it hasn't really been tested, if you ask me. Right. Caution. Do not feed in undiluted for use in feed for lactating dairy cows only. Not for use in dry dairy cows, bulls, replacement heifers, or bulls, or growing cattle or other ruminant species, because safety and effectiveness have not been evaluated in these animals. Silicon dioxide from all sources cannot exceed 2% by weight of complete feed. But this is what I found interesting. A decrease in dry matter intake may be observed in some animals. So is the only way this stuff is working is in decreasing how much they're eating. That's what that says to me. A decrease in dry matter intake may be observed in some animals. That's what I think. This is a load of nonsense myself, but there we are. Warning, not for human use. Caution should be exercised when handling this product. 3 3-nitropropanol may damage male fertility and reproductive organs. Christ, that sounds safe, doesn't it? That sounds really safe. Is potentially harmful when inhaled and is a skin and eye irritant, a bit like Mr. Starmer. Personal protective gear, including eyewear and dust masks, is imperative, and impervious gloves should be worn when handling the product. That sounds pretty much like it's a poison to me, but what do I know? Coles boosts sustainability in beef production with expanded use of supplement. So there's lots of these lot using it. There are 3 beef suppliers now using Bovaer. That is proven to reduce cattle emissions by at least 50%. Well, we've looked there before. I don't think it has been proven at all because it hasn't really been tested on farm. It's just selected cows, I think. So, ingredients, silica dioxide, polypropylene, yeah, same as before. Caution, do not feed undiluted. For use in feeding lactating dairy cows only. Not for use in dry dairy cows, bulls, replacement heifers or bulls, growing cattle or other ruminant species because safety and effectiveness have not been evaluated for these animals. Here it is again. A decrease in dry matter intake may be observed in some animals. I think the only reason this stuff they're saying is doing anything is because it's stopping them eating food. Warning, not for human use. Caution should be exercised when handling this product. May damage fertility, male fertility and reproductive organs. So male, it's bonkers, isn't it? Is potentially harmful when inhaled and is skin and eye irritant. So there we are. Don't sound very good to me. This is the Soil Association. Soil Association organic standards stipulate that all ingredients, components of a feed additive must be actively approved for use and be determined safe and nutritionally useful for the animal. The main component that makes up Bovaer are not included in the list of approved products, compound, and as a result, Bovaer would not currently be permitted under organic standards and for use in organic farming. So that's a soil association. So that says it isn't safe for use of organic farming. Well, I should think not if it makes you sterile. Here we are. It's all been used all over the world. Bovaer has already been used in beef cattle in several countries, including South Korea, United Kingdom. Bovaer was authorized for use in the UK in April 2023. This was the first time the UK authorised a feed additive for environmental benefits. But what do you think of that? But that's all I'll say. Arla to reward farmers for sustainability. Actions with farmer head incentive. Arla Foods introduces farmer head incentives to its farmer owners to help fund and motivate action required to hit 2030 emissions reduction target on farm. So they're forcing this. 2 years after implementing a comprehensive climate check on 8,000 farms across 7 European countries, Arla farmers are taking another significant step to be the forefront of environmental sustainable dairy. From next year, the milk price and the individual Arla farmer will receive from the dairy cooperative will depend on his or her activities related to environmental sustainability. That's the stick. That's the stick that's going to beat you and says you will do this or we're not giving you a contract. That's what that is. That's what's happening. This is shelves still full of Bovaer produced dairy, whilst Bovaer-free dairy products are sold out from London. So there we are. M&S milk. Milk matters at M&S. We're proud to be the only retailer to sell 100% RSPCA assured fresh milk, and we're reducing our carbon footprint by using a new feed supplement to lower methane emissions from M&S Select Farms and dairy cows. So they're using it, M&S as well. Well, they kept that quiet, didn't they? Who's this? Cadbury's, look. Cadbury's chocolate. Cadbury to curb methane emissions from burping dairy cows. The company is working with its 65 dairy farmers in Wiltshire to reduce the emissions of their animals. So Cadbury's are using it. More suppliers to avoid. This was somebody else who put this on Vine, not me at all. Apart from the ones already listed, including all the main UK supermarkets. Arla, Danone, Grosvenor Farms, Ashgrove. There's a lady called Dr. Lucy there. Companies and the approximate dates they began using methane-reducing feed additives. Arla Foods, April 2022. Danone, 2023. Grosvenor Farms, July 2024. Marks & Spencer, August 2024. Tesco, 2024, July. Morrison's, August 2024. Ashgrove, March 2024. These lot are all using it. All of them are using it, these supermarkets. And this is why this took so long to get right, because you have to get it right. All these supermarkets are pushing this through because they're owned by... There's only about 4 or 5 huge, massive companies own all these companies around the world. And they're pushing this on us whether we like it or not. It's the stick, like I tell you. It's the black rock stick that these big companies are wanting to use. They're going to force us into it. So I hope you've liked this video. I had to do this properly because there's no point doing a half-assed thing. And please subscribe because this takes a lot of work to do things like this, okay? All the best, Gaz.